Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm working again on the altered calendar, and this time we are doing the month of March. Make sure I've got the right one here. So we're covering that flower today. We'll get some of these things out of the way. I took a picture of my page so that it would help me to remember what I wanted to do. So I'm going to get these things out of the way here. Now, the other side is my December. So I have bumps, and I'm not sure. I say I'm afraid to take it apart, but I know it's scary because this is March and this says November, but it's because when you layer all the long pieces back together again and put them in order, totally scary, right? That's why when I took it apart, I wrote the month on the corner here. It's in pen, you can't see it, but I can see it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to cut this because of all the lumps. I can't fold it over, and I can't necessarily hang it off of my desk because that's going to cause a problem. So I feel like it is time to cut. So here we go. Okay, I'll just get that one out of the way. Okay then, so here we are. Make sure I have it the right direction. Yes, I do. Okay, so we're starting off, we're doing green, imagine that. So I had a hard time figuring out what to do because, you know, what happens in March? St. Patrick's Day. And I didn't necessarily want to do clovers or leprechauns or pots of gold or anything like that. So I decided to have a March wedding that is green themed. I'm sure that they happen, right? So that's what we're doing. So I've had a couple of new subbies in the last couple of days. I just wanted to say thank you for subscribing, and I hope you're enjoying what you've seen so far. I'm just starting out, so I'm figuring out, you know, what to do and taking suggestions. If you see something you like, you know, you can ask for more of that. Or, you know, I don't know. I've done a couple of tutorials now, or one, I don't know. And so I guess I'm okay to do them, but you know, it just depends on what you would want to see and what I can do, because I can't do just anything, I don't think, at this point. Okay, so I'm layering up. See if I can figure out what I want to put down first, and I think it's this. I am really glad I took that picture because that helps a lot. I have a giant stamp that has this print on it, and it just happens to be a love one, so that works out for a wedding, doesn't it? And just this plain green paper, and I wanted to put something on the front of it. So my husband's calling my name. I don't know if he's going to walk in the door here in a second or not. Hopefully he'll see my note. I always put a note on the door, hoping that people will be at least quiet as they walk by. Okay, and then I believe this one will be next. So these papers came from, oh, I don't know. It was a something Jane, something or other that I got from really, I think it was Michael's. It might have been Hobby Lobby, but if you are wondering where they came from, it was one of those kind of Jane Austen inspired ones. I think that's pretty good. Maybe up a little bit. Okay. And then next we have this. So I spent a long time yesterday trying to figure out what my April idea was going to be. I think I have it figured out, but I'm going to start working on that a little bit later on today, and we'll see how it comes together. So I'm not totally sure. Okay. This particular page did not come from that Jane, and neither did the green background. It was these three that did. I don't still have the paper pad out, or I would show you. Just a bit. Okay, and then I have, this is from that paper pack. It's actually a window, but I like to cut it out as though it were a frame. So, and I just used some of those decorative edge scissors. Those really are a nightmare to use sometimes, aren't they? Oh my goodness. I don't know if it's because they're old and they just don't cut as well anymore or what, but it's a nightmare using those things sometimes. And then they cut some paper fine and other paper not well at all. But I managed. I had to kind of go over it and over it a few times, but I managed. Okay, and here is our wedding couple. Aren't they adorable? Get them kind of where I had them. I think that's good. Okay, and then I have some flowers. This was a different paper pack. Don't remember, Hobby Lobby, I think. The paper was just, I don't know how I'm going to end up using this paper other than maybe fussy cutting the flowers out, because it's not very good quality. As I was cutting it, it just kept wanting to tear. It wasn't keeping a good edge on it at all, you know, and my scissors aren't bad, I don't think. So anyway, pretty flowers, but I'll go right in there maybe. I'll trim this off the edge, I think, because I mean, it looks fine sticking off, that's great, but the back side of it is going to have edges if I don't cut that off, so it won't look right for the other side. Okay. And I have more for this side. So, oopsie. Oh, come on. I was talking yesterday, if you saw my video about having to clean the house, and I never did finish the floors or anything like that yesterday, but I did it this morning. So my floors are clean. Mopped, vacuumed, everything. So that'll last about a day. I think I want that right around there. I'm going to just mark that so otherwise I will not put it back where it's supposed to be. So, like I've said before, I think I said, in my mind I'm thinking, so what do you do with this calendar when the year's up? And I was thinking that it could be used in a junk journal. You know, you just take the page apart, cut it into pieces, cut out things that you like, and reuse them. I actually meant to put this underneath there. Hold on. Okay. And I wanted it right about here, I think. And I'll just add a little bit of glue here to get that to stick down again. Okay. Alrighty. So I saw on Facebook Marketplace there was a Sizzix machine, and you know, an old one and a whole bunch of dies that this lady was selling. And like I've said before, I came to, you know, paper crafting only just a couple of years ago, so all of that kind of stuff was finding its way out of the market, and all of the electronic type cutters were finding its way in. I'm more about simplicity, and if I have to plug something in, I tend to not use it. And so I actually went over there today and looked at it and bought it. There's so much stuff in it. You know, some things that I'm not sure I will ever use, and others that, you know, I might. So I'm just going to glue a ruffle down in the center here. But I was thinking to do a video to show you what I got. Maybe you guys can tell me if it was a good find or if it was a waste of my time. You know, if you've been doing it longer than me, you might be like, nah, that is so 10 years ago or something. I don't know. I do like to try and make something that is, you know, thought to be useless. I like to try and make it useful. So I'm hoping that I can find a good use for everything. I'm going to put glue right down that thread line and add a nice long string of bling since we're having a wedding. Okay, and last but not least, what am I not having on here yet? Buttons, of course. And I've got them over here all ready for us. I'm hoping my glue gun works a little better for me today. Or not. Just doesn't want to feed. I have another one, but I don't know why I'm all of a sudden having trouble with this one. There we go. It's getting it started. Once the glue stick goes in, then it goes in, but I'm having a hard time. Maybe you should have put that a little lower. Okay. One more. Okay, you guys. Here is our March wedding. I hope you like it and wish me luck for April, because right now I'm not quite sure what's going to come from it, from my efforts. So we'll have to see hopefully tomorrow. Until then, hope you guys have a good day. We'll see you later. Bye.